Speed bumps are no match with the scrambler. I'm a scrambler boy. I'm a scrambler boy. I'm a scrambler boy. Scrambler live. Good morning, guys. The moment you have been waiting for, or at least the moment that I've been waiting for. Finally, I'm pretty confident I've got this CB750 ironed out enough to officially kind of do a shakedown on it. So I got my throttle situation all figured out. It is snapping back nice and clean. So I'm hoping all that resistance, all that hang up is all going to be a thing of the past. So we're going to try to give this thing a start up here. Come on. Put my chokes on. There we go. Starts right up. Now the one thing I'm sure of is that this thing is running on fumes. So I'm hoping I can just make it to a gas station and fill it up. This tank is pretty much empty, so we're gonna start there. And yeah, I'm just going to ride it around for a little bit. At some point, I'm going to pull over and I'm going to go over every single thing that's done to this bike because, believe it or not, it's quite a bit. And, yeah, so I'm going to pick you guys up. This is going to warm up on my way to the gas station. All right, the first gas station I went to was broken. So we are now sitting at a light with the bike off because I've gone now like 4 miles past where I thought I could go. And I'm still somehow running, so I know there's a gas station over here, so we are gonna just try to putz this thing over there and get some freaking gas. I will say, even at a gas though, I'm super happy with how this thing's running. The throttle's been great. There is just a little bit of slop in there, but I have everything completely maxed out as far as you know, the most loose my throttle cable can be. So I do have plenty of adjustment there if I want to tighten it up. I'm still kind of, like I said, feeling the bike out. This will be the first official shakedown on this thing without having any, you know, really major throttle sticking issues or anything like that. I also did have a lot of people comment on my last video that I need to get some gloves, and I know I need to get some gloves. I've got some in the mail on their way. I lost my last pair. I don't know what happened to them. I might have left them in a jacket or something, or I don't know. But I did have gloves and I lost them, so oh well. Let's see if this gas station actually works, huh? Look at that, the screens work. All right, fill this thing up with gas real quick. All right, we made it. This thing's a 4-gallon tank. That's kind of crazy. I'll tell you what, so far, my expectations are blown away. I mean, I had this bike tuned with the normal quadruple carbs on it, and you know, I had it running pretty good at one point, and I would say it's definitely better, man. Like, I haven't had a ton of seat time on these carbs, but I will say just being able to unbolt the manifold, put a set of carbs on there, get rid of a little bit of weight, get rid of a little bit of excess throttle cable, and have it run immediately is definitely worthwhile. I'm pretty tired of being behind this guy. And not only that, but I put the carbs on there and then I literally haven't touched them in like at least 6-8 months. I put the carbs on, I fired the bike up, and then I immediately was noticing all the throttle issues, which, by the way, was all completely my fault, or at least my problem. From the clearance issues to the handlebars to the cable routing, none of that was the carburetor's fault or the guy who makes the carbs' fault. That was all specific to this bike and specific to me. So if you guys are a little bit tricky by that, don't let it trip you up too much. It's just part of the process. So, but now with this throttle working well, man, it's just like literally not sticking at all. The response is phenomenal. I'm actually feeling the bike. I'm feeling the bike's pull a lot more. So maybe it hangs up a little bit still on that double joint, but compared to what it was, oh man, night and day. So yeah, for you guys with different bikes or different carbureted bikes, I know he makes these carbs for everybody. Don't take my word for it, but if you're looking for my word, I would say do it, because the amount of headache that I had with this bike before, just having the carburetors tuned and keeping all four of them in sync and all the fittings and all the seals and everything, I was not having a good time with it, because I wasn't riding the bike that much, because there was a lot of other stuff that needed to be done. So to be able to put those carbs on has definitely been a godsend. So I would recommend getting the carbs to anybody who is in that situation. If you have access to somebody who can really tune your carbs, the stock CV carbs or whatever your bike is running, and they know they can get it running good, definitely give that a shot. Don't just jump ship immediately. I would say give it a shot, have the bike running well, and see how long that lasts you. And if it ends up messing up sooner than later, then I would say consider your options as far as costs and everything like that. Oh, that's not very safe, huh? Let me just put my handlebars back on. See, I wouldn't be able to do that with a glove, guys. Come on. Alright, well, this is definitely warmed up. It's definitely running great. I mean, like I said, the throttle by no means is perfect. There definitely is still maybe something going on with this joint, as far as a little bit of I wouldn't say it's hanging up, it's just slowly being returned. So I'm just gonna keep checking that thing. I'm gonna keep giving this thing a little bit, I'm gonna keep riding it. It needs miles to be able to figure this stuff out. So I'm gonna pull over here and we're gonna look at the bike. I'm gonna go over just kind of everything that's been done to it real quick, do a quick walk around, and I'm gonna end the video there. But man, the acceleration's great, deceleration's great. I used to think this thing needed a clutch, and I mean, it could probably use a clutch, but I don't think it needs one after riding it today. Ooh, a bump. Another bump. Scrambler live. All right, so real quick, since a lot of people are going to ask, I'm going to remember everything I possibly can and just go front to back here on everything that's actually been done to this bike by me from stock. So obviously brand new tubes and tires on the wheels. Tires and rims were also balanced, excuse me. New brake pads, new progressive, fork springs, fork seals, all the fluid, and fork boots. Moving on up here, I have a CBR 600, I want to say, or 1000, I can't remember. Full brake setup, master cylinder, brake lines, the whole shebang. Obviously, you guys know the throttle cable and grips are all brand new as well. I did the spark plugs, spark plug wires, oil change, valve adjustment, rear brake pads inside, or rear brake shoes, I guess you would call it, in the drum. I did obviously carburetor boots, manifolds, carbs, filters, all from Murray, new battery. Tank has been completely done, gone through, and painted this beautiful Mercedes blue color. The rear hoop has been cafe'd, interior turn signal, LED tail light, welded on by me, all the support work here done by me. Coil over piggyback shocks, license plate light, bracket, relocation mount there. Cafe seat has also been done by me as well. What else? Front sprocket, rear sprocket, chain, wheel bearings, the rubber bumpers inside the rear wheel. So pretty much, you know, everything I could think of to make this thing safe. So.
Is that a Shadow?
No, it's a CB750.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Looks good, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, have a good one.
He'd be admiring my bike. It's a great looking bike. You know, a lot of people love these things, so. But that's pretty much everything I can think of that's been done. I did a little bit of wiring and electrical work when I had turn signals on the bike. As you can see right here, I got some wires that I got to either, you know, rehook up for bar end turn signals, or maybe just get rid of them. I haven't decided yet. But the rear turn signals do work. But that's about all I can think of right now, guys. So if you have any questions, drop it down below in the comments. I'm going to keep riding this thing. If you want to see more content on this bike before I do end up putting it up for sale, let me know. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Speed bumps are no match with the Scrambler. I'm a Scrambler boy. Scrambler live. I'm a Scrambler boy. Scrambler live.